Okay, so in today's video about XRP, we are going to check out the live chart and see what is happening there. But before that, I'm going to talk about this article a bit and see what is happening. And based on the news, can we argue that either the bottom is in or we are very much close to reach to our final bottom? So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And as you can see, according to the title of this article, over $1.3 billion in crypto liquidations, BTC, Ethereum, and XRP lead the sell-off. Let's just read this one. Okay, in the aftermath of Bybit's hack, the crypto market sell-off is deepening, with combined crypto liquidations reaching over $1.3 billion in the past 24 hours. While Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are leading this sell-off, almost all altcoins in the top 100 are experiencing massive price drawdowns. More than 363,000 traders were impacted by the liquidations as the top coins gear up for a reset. So the question for us is that, can this liquidation event actually mark some sort of a bottom? And in my opinion, the answer is probably yes, because every single time in the crypto market that we are actually having some sort of a liquidation event, at the same time, we are hitting some sort of a bottom. And here's a very important point for you. In XRP, we talked about this chart before. Let's actually go on the one in crypto.com. I think, yeah, okay, it was this one. So in the previous videos, I also talked about this subject. In XRP, the lowest low is actually down here about, let's say, like $1.8. And in the recent move down, this was quite a significant move. Do not get me wrong, you are absolutely right. But in it, we didn't take the lowest low down here. However, in Bitcoin, let's go on BTC's price chart and see what is happening there, maybe from crypto.com. Okay, so the previous major low in Bitcoin was actually right in here, and that caused a massive liquidation event. And for example, in XRP, like we talked about earlier, we got to somewhere around $1.8. In Ethereum, I think we reached to about $2,000 area. And the point that I'm trying to make is this: look, in Bitcoin, measured from this point about $92,000, we had about a 12% move on the downside. However, there are very rare few altcoins that I can say the same about them. Let's actually check our altcoins one by one. What about, let's say, Zcash? In Zcash, we are actually having a move up, and when Bitcoin reached to about 92K, we set this low right in here. So since then, we are having a move up. However, in BTC, we are having a move on the downside. What about HBAR? In HBAR, okay, in the current move down, we have taken this low, but once more, we are back above it. And if you want to translate this thing to Bitcoin, that means Bitcoin right now should be above 92K, which it definitely isn't. What about Litecoin? In Litecoin, we just had a straight move on the upside, and the lowest low was actually down here about $82. And since then, I think this is like a 60 to 70% move on the upside. What about QNT? Also in here, we had a move up. What about Ethereum Classic? We did get a move down, but in it, we still haven't taken this low. What about, let's say, Ethereum itself? Again, we are having a relatively, I would say, deep move on the downside, but in it, we still haven't taken the lowest low down here about $2,150. And the last example is going to be Cardano. In Cardano, we're just having at the moment a simple ranging pattern. This is a very classic consolidation, suggesting probably this point in here might be our final bottom, and on a higher degree, we may have like a 1, 2, and then hopefully soon we're going to get a decent move up into wave 3, 4, 5. So the point that I'm trying to make is this: altcoins are not really cooperating with Bitcoin going down as much as they should. And that, again, usually is a very good sign, suggesting we are close to the end of our move down. Does this mean from the current point in alts we are going to get a very strong move up? We can do that, but if we get, for example, another very small move down, I'm not really going to be mad about that. So overall, I would like to argue that we are actually in an okay place in terms of what our altcoins doing, and specifically XRP. Now, in case of Ripple, let's go on 30-minute chart and see what's happening. And I still stand by what I said. I think this might be still an ABC in form of a flat structure. This is ABC down into A, ABC up into B, and a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3, correction for 4, and we may have soon another move down into wave 5. And again, in case you see a move down like this, in order to take this low about, let's say like $2, you shouldn't really be worried at all. Now, here is some more reasons to believe that we are going to have a move up. You see, if you want to argue that we have reached to our final bottom, you need to be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific example is a normal 5 wave. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulsive structure. Our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave, and for our sub waves, you know it, if you are a regular viewer, we must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. Sorry about that one. Okay, there we go. And another 5 into wave 3. Let's just do this real quick. And another move up into wave 5. And for our corrections for wave 2 and 4, we can have many different possibilities. Doesn't matter. Let's say, yeah, for example, an ABC into wave 4 and a WXY into wave 2. Understood? Okay, now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So let's zoom in more, and okay, here's the deal. If you go on some lower time frames, you can definitely identify a 5 wave up in this move and also this one on the upside, but that is just it. In other words, I'm gonna argue probably we are having in this phase an ABC up off of the lowest low and not an impulse. And this kind of got confirmed when in this move down in XRP, we took this low about, let's say like $2.1. So what's the point that I'm trying to make? It seems like that our move up in XRP just for like very short time is going to be a correction structure. And for example, we can, I guess, have another move up in order to take this high. But even at that point, I'm going to say, you know what, odds are, at least according to my primary case, this is an ABC flat structure. And then again, I'm going to say it, we may have another move down in order to take this low about $2, and we may reach to somewhere around $1.95, which is a very important support area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. But even at that point, overall, we are looking very optimistic. And again, the fact that altcoins are not really seeing big moves on the downside in the last 24 to 48 hours when you compare them to Bitcoin, in my opinion, can be considered as a good sign, suggesting that downsides are very limited. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XRP's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.